So all these areas get a little tender. We just decompress those areas, get things moving. Awesome. Deep breaths there. How'd that feel?
Felt good.
Nice. All right, so when the headaches are at their worst, what does the pain intensity get up to on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
A 10. How often do you get those 10s?
Mostly every day.
How long?
All day.
And then are there any activities that can make the headaches worse?
Work, running around at the gym will make it worse.
Does anything make it better?
Advil.
Advil. How many Advils are you taking?
Probably 12 a day.
12 a day. Are you spreading those out, or how often?
I usually take like 6 when I wake up in the morning, and then 6 when I get off work. Or
does it curve it, or does it? What is this?
Brings it down for a little bit.
From a 10 to a.
Probably like a 6, and then after an hour or so, it goes back up to a 10.
So you mentioned when you do push-ups, you'll start lately. You've been getting a different type of pain. What's been going on there?
It's just been going numb. Like these 2 fingers like pulsate, go numb.
Got it.
And then
where does it, like, you feel it going down here, peripheralizing, but where does it feel like it's originating?
Feels like it's originating from up here.
All the way up here?
Yeah.
Okay, do you ever feel it working its way all the way up to there?
100% right here, comes up to here.
Okay. What have you done to try to correct the problem so far?
Take Advil.
Advil? You getting doctor, emergency room, anything like that? No? All right. You've been adjusted though, right?
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay.
A couple months ago.
Couple months ago. Any relief on that?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple exam tests that stood out earlier, and then we're gonna get you adjusted. Okay?
Let's go.
All right. Please have a seat right here, actually. And we're just going to check some of the range of motions that we saw. First off, I pointed out that we've got accentuated kyphosis here, so the posture stuff, right? I mean, that's not a little thing, that's a big thing. We learned in your trauma history, though, you describe yourself as, what did you say?
Just crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy with my cousin.
You actually said, quote, the jackass lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now we're paying the consequences. And I always say people pay the consequences later in life for their youth. But man, how old are you now?
19.
19. Okay. So, and this is not a 19-year-old posture here either. That's going to get you in trouble. But a little bit more slowly than the jackass lifestyle, but it's not helping. So we did a full neurological myotome work up here, and the one that showed up the most was this guy. See if I push up here, hold, and that does not hold at all. Do that again, hold. What we also noticed though was when you bent your neck forward and backwards, it did not affect the nerve coming down here, which was interesting. What that tells me is it's not a nerve pressure issue. Remember I used that, it's not being compressed, but the nerve, like a rubber band, is being pulled on. It's creating tension. And kind of in a contradiction, it's not tension of the spine, it's compression of the spine that's creating that. So when you bend your neck forward as far as you can, what does the pain intensity get up to?
About an 8.
An 8 out of 10. Okay. All right, and where do you, when you go down, go do that one more time, sorry, and where do you feel, like point to where exactly, okay. And then does that increase any tension or pulling up in here in the head?
I can feel it coming like right here.
Got it. Okay. Let's go ahead and go face down. And through the exam, we discovered that misalignment right there. And you're a self-popper too, right? Or you'll try to. Just to find any relief, you'll stretch and pull. So this area of the neck is super hypermobile. It means it's moving a lot because you've probably been stretching and pulling and twisting. Meanwhile, the area of compression way up high from C1 down to C3, that's that guy on the right, that was one that stood out, is really problematic. And as a compensation, T4, that area that was really stabbing, 8 out of 10 pain with the 10 out of 10 headaches, all the way down to T9 right here. Okay. So after I adjust you, I want to see that deltoid strengthen up right away. I want to see that 8 out of 10 pain when you bend your neck forward. I want to see that go down to 0. That's our goal. But even immediately, it doesn't mean anything's healed. It just means we want to get things moving so good that they start working better. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. You're going to feel a nice push on your upper back, stimulating the sympathetic nervous system right up in here, relieving a lot of stress. Let the breath go. Good. Nice. And that click, that's just the joint releasing stress. That's all. Take a deep breath in. And in. You keep breathing like that. We're going to adapt real quick. Like I said, I expect things to change real quick for you. Okay, now we're going to get this lower one. I'm going to have you take a seat at the bottom of the table. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. We're going to exaggerate a really healthy posture that you've been needing. Bring this down. And go ahead and lie down. Awesome. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. Good. Take a couple deep breaths there. How'd that feel?
Felt good.
Nice. Relax those shoulders, but keep the chest high. And just take a couple deep breaths. Nice. After this adjustment, you're gonna have to tell me the history about the Steelers. This man there.
Since I was a baby.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's go face down. Oh, sorry. We're gonna have you lie on your back. Go ahead and face up. Yeah, interlace your fingers. That's perfect. And you're gonna feel a lot of congestion up here. That's a lot of things. That's not just the spinal and joint pressure. That's the lymphatics. They can't expel all the cellular byproducts or waste that it creates on a day-to-day basis, just through regular metabolism. So things build pressure more and more. Let your head drop right there, and it's even worse on this side. Okay, we're just going to decompress these areas. And these areas, because they're not expelling those byproducts very well, they tend to build up all through here, so these muscles get really tender. How's the tender level on that guy?
Tender.
Yeah. Is one side worse than it? You can feel me pulling with my right hand on that.
It feels like this side is worse.
Mm-hmm. And that's the side you're starting to get more radiculopathy type of symptoms going down your arm when you're doing those push-ups, tingling into the fingers. See, I feel it more on this side, but that's okay. I mean, that doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong, or vice versa. It's just what it is. It's this. It confirms the imbalance. Okay. Now we're going to take that C1 right away from that C2, C3. So we're going to take that pressure away. I'm going to pull it away and give a little impulse to release the joint. Okay. Scooch down a tad more. Right there is good. Good, right there, and you're just gonna feel a nice traction. And relax. And then one more with an impulse. Good. Okay, you doing okay so far?
Yep.
And then right there, C3. Perfect. All right, my friend, just breathe. Man, you're the man. You're relaxing beautifully. Like I said, you're gonna do great. The more, the better the body receives that change, the quicker you adapt and heal. Now, again, this was the side that really stood out for me. My first one was awesome. got that all opened up. You're gonna feel one more traction. There you go. Okay, you still with me?
Yep.
Awesome. You're gonna push your head back against my hand. Nice. And this is just a suboccipital release here. So we're gonna do that one more time. Push your head back against my hand. Nice. And that pressure, if things aren't expelling from the body, they literally build up back in the sinuses, they build back into the brain. So all these areas get a little tender. Just decompress those areas, get things moving, and turn this body from a swamp into a river. All right, let's take a couple deep breaths. We're gonna sit up high. You might get a little lightheaded, but not like that with the migraine lightheaded stuff that you get. We're sit up nice and tall. Just take a couple deep breaths from there.
Hard to feel like looser.
Yeah. Hey, you look good, man. Seriously, the body looks more poised, just relaxed yet alert. You know, like at attention, but relaxed. That's what I see immediately. So, okay, let me have it. Let's do what I want you to do is take a couple deep breaths like this. Remember I said about you don't have a nerve pressure problem, you have a nerve tension problem. So we want to help your body adapt to that and ease up that tension by just bringing your neck forward and backward like so while taking deep breaths. And it's not a stretch. We're just, think of that rubber band, only the spinal cord is not a very strong rubber band, or it doesn't allow a lot of elasticity. So just a little bit of movement, and try to get that movement all the way down to here as well. Chest up again. All right, let's just see how we perked up the nervous system. Now, a nerve, once you take pressure off, I mean, it could just flip the switch really quick. So this, you go 5 out of 5 real quick. So look straight ahead, push your arm up right here, resist. And that's exactly what happened. And like I said, I expected that. I expected this to change real quick for you. Now, I've got you really exaggerating because we're really going to challenge this even after the adjustment. We want to really put the adjustment to the chest, to the test. So bring your chin to your chest. Okay, 8 out of 10 pain?
No.
What's it at now?
It's probably like a 2. Like I can barely feel anything.
Nice, okay. Hey man, let's get the daily 12 Advil down to 10, down to 8, let's get it down to 0.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to give you any recommendations on whether you should keep taking them. You do what you feel like you need to do for now to get through the day, but I don't think you're going to need those long term very, very much sooner.
I hope not.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Right. Okay, good job. We'll go ahead and go for a walk after the adjustment. Just allow your body some time to adapt to that, okay?
Cool.